They can't hear you. That's weird as hell. No, 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 no. You're fine. It is me. Talk.
Yeah.
Talk.
Hello. Hello. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Yeah.
Sorry, you're good.
Hello. Hello.
Sorry, you're good.
All right.
What's good, people? What's up, Adam, Elijah, Splatty, Shatty? All right.
We have friends.
Yeah, we got
We
friends on
have
Twitch.
friends.
We got friends on
We have friends. Amigos.
TikTok. I mean TikTok. Twitch. All right, gotta mute myself because I was hearing double. All right. So today we're gonna talk about we're gonna start with, of course, the River Song interview. It was a lot of jokes that I just thought of when I was watching that video. It was hilarious. Knowing you how you were, it's just funny because I would react the
Yeah.
same
No.
way, you know.
Oh man, I was like, yay! Oh. I,
Super cheesy
oh,
smile, super cheesy. I just saw everything and I
yeah,
just
the funny thing is, I normally do things like with my hands to keep my cool in certain situation and make it look like I'm serious, but I can't even recall the fact that I was actually smiling that hard.
yeah.
Like honestly, I can't remember of me smiling. I just know I was looking at her and how mesmerizing she was and the way she was talking to me, the accent and everything. And I was like, oh my God, I'm talking to River Song.
So yes, we're gonna do that, and we're also gonna do theories on the WandaVision because of this episode that has passed, and exciting theories that I think we should talk about. And those other theories that I picked up too, and the Justice League pictures because the pictures look nice, especially the
Yes,
Joker
it does. I
ones.
mean, he gave us I can't wait for tomorrow. We got to talk about tomorrow.
Is it
Tomorrow's the
tomorrow?
trailer.
Oh, tomorrow's the trailer. No, I thought it was
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah, it's just the no, I think it's Valentine's Day, I think.
Okay,
Or
okay.
is it Monday?
I don't know.
Did today say 2 days?
Today said 2 days.
So it probably is Monday. Damn.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, I hate you, Shaddy. It's not DC. God damn it. He said DC WandaVision. He keeps messing me with that. But yeah, and then and that's what we're gonna end up with. So, do you want to see the video, or shall let's relive the video here together? All right, we're gonna relive together the video. Let me take this a little bit down. Let me share my screen. See what I got here. Screen one. Share sound. Or I could just pull up this, right? Okay. So what are you seeing?
You. Oh, now
But
I see it.
are
Yeah.
you seeing the YouTube thing?
Uh kind of weird. It's like a bar in the middle, like something gray in the middle.
What do you mean?
I don't see anything. No video, no
Is it
YouTube video or anything. Oh, now there you go.
everything?
Yeah.
Okay,
I can
okay,
see what
okay.
you have.
Copy. So let me just pull this up right here, and let's do videos. Fine.
Hey, child, my son. I had an interview with a famous person. Whatever.
Let me pull this up over here. I can see that. Just to that no, I did something. Okay. Technical difficulties. Oh, technical difficulties. That's good. Why are you popping up here? Okay. You know what I'm doing? I'm doing something wrong. What am I doing something wrong? What am I doing wrong here? Okay. I hate that I have to manage this right now. Let me stop sharing because this is wrong. Okay. Screen 2. No. I'm supposed to do screen 1 and share. So this will be there. Let me pull up. Why is this? Okay. Okay. Share. Okay. What do you see now?
The YouTube. But then I see it's weird.
It's
I
fine.
see I see you showing presenting the entire thing like 4 times, like a billion times.
Okay, how's that now?
All right.
See
There you
that?
go.
See
Yeah, I
that?
can see it.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay. They could see that too.
Oh man, we're so professional.
We're amazingly professional. All right, let me see if this. Okay, you can hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Perfect. Hey guys, just before the video, I just want to
I
tell you
don't want to
something.
share that.
I really don't
So
want to
we did
share that. No, we're
what
not.
the
That's not what we're doing. There you go. There you go. Let's do that. Let's do that. There you go. You don't gotta see that. All right, ready? Adam, shut up.
Hi, Jose.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
We're gonna do a really quick snapshot. Ready?
Oh,
3,
okay.
2, 1. Perfect. Thank you.
Where are you connecting from?
I am in New York, in the Bronx.
Oh my God, you're in the freezing cold.
Yes, I am in a freezing cold. Yes.
Oh dear, but I hope you're staying warm inside your apartment.
Of course I am.
Of course. And
Look
I
at that
see you've got
shaven
TARDIS blue
mustache.
curtains.
Yes. Yeah, I have TARDIS blue curtains.
Wait,
I
hold
also
on,
have
hold on, hold on. If she took you off from surprise when she mentioned those TARDIS blue curtains, because you were just like, yeah, that's definitely TARDIS blue.
No, yeah, she did. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, she's talking about me in my personal life, in my background. So I'm like, literally, like, it's like, okay, she caught me off guard with this, you know?
Right.
By the way, I don't even think that's even TARDIS blue, but whatever.
I know, Adam. I was checking Streamlabs at the same time. I got you. All right.
I have the Fourth Doctor's scarf as well.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Yes.
well, that'll keep you warm in the
Yeah,
snowy weather.
definitely. I have to spin it around
Wrap it
about a
round.
billion times. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have a question you
Oh
want to
yes,
ask
I
me?
do. Since Jodie Whittaker's doctor, she lost her ring, her wedding ring, in the first episode. I'm wondering what would your response be when if you ever get to see her?
Well, I think I might give her the wedding ring back. River may have found it somewhere along the way and brought it back
Uh,
to her.
that is true. With
I mean,
time
she
travel,
is
anything could happen.
exactly, and she's my second wife, so
Uh,
I've got to meet her at some point.
that is
I,
true.
I
I
mean,
hope
I
that does
already
happen.
have. Yeah, exactly. How did you enjoy the number 13? Did you like the adventures that they went on, or who's your favorite doctor?
Um, Matt Smith's doctor
It's
is my
kind of
favorite.
weird that she kind of
Um,
like meant like asked you that question, but then changed it to who's your favorite doctor?
of course, I would say 11, but I was hoping that she was going to get into asking me about the episodes and of Jodie Whittaker's doctor and the companions and whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
I would have said it, because with Graham is probably one of my favorite companions.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah,
always
yeah, yeah.
questioned it. He always made jokes and humor, but there was a lot of humor. But yeah, I think there was a lot of serious episodes that were kind of,
it's a
heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, especially when he loses, but and then he's trying to adjust being a father figure.
Yeah.
personal thing why he's my favorite. It's in regards to my personal life, and I used to constantly watch his episodes over and over just so I could,
I
just
love
so
that you keep.
I used to
Oh,
get out of
there you
my
go. You
head
took it
watching
off.
the
Took it off.
show.
Right, and then
Yeah.
it's back on.
Well, it's funny because Matt and David, I think, are the two most popular. It's a toss up between the two. Of course, I can't say spoilers which one I prefer.
All right.
I think she would. I think honestly though, if I were to put hold up. If I were to say who I think her favorite would be, it would probably be Matt, only because she had more scenes. But then again, maybe she had a little more crush on David. So,
Yeah. I always started. It was Matt. David. I mean, she only had like 2 episodes with him, and with Matt, there was a lot more adventures, even short episodes that she had with him that I've seen. And so, I mean, I think their chemistry together and the way they flirted was, like when he came back to that his second series, and they were like flirting, and when the silence was coming out, and how they were flirting with each other, and how they looked at each other, then when they were flirting, I was like, it were getting really close. Even like when she ended up kissing him, and it was his first kiss, but she's kissed him before, and it was like weird to him. So I don't know. There was so much chemistry between them
it
two,
was great
and
chemistry with all three of the doctors that we know.
yeah, it was. Because you could sense like they're married, and that's what I loved about it. Like you could sense that they had something and they were married. Even that scene with Peter Capaldi's doctor, when she's saying all these words to him and he's right next to him, and she doesn't realize that that's the doctor. Oh my god, I played that video so many times. It's just the way she kind of lets out her feelings towards the doctor and how much she loves him.
Yeah, I, I that's literally my favorite episode. The husbands of River Song. So
Yeah,
good.
and
It's-
and genius part was like how he also felt about her, because you could see the jealousy in his face every single time she mentioned that she was married to someone, or she was like making out with someone or something like that. Like you know, she was led to believe that he didn't have feelings for her, but in the end, he's like told like he didn't have to tell her. It was like he
right.
was there. He proved it throughout the entire episode. All he was just there to protect her and like trying to let her know who he was, but she didn't believe it.
Uh, I don't know. I just saw you, and you were just so like didn't know what to feel. I don't know. How'd you feel doing that interview?
When she first popped up, I was already I was like nervous, because it was like there's a countdown, and it's like letting you know how many minutes you into your into you get y- into like going to talk with her. So it was like 4 minutes, and I was like, oh my god. And but it was like every 2 minutes was you only had 2 minutes with her, so it was like 4 minutes, and then 2 minutes later, 3 minutes, 2 minutes later, 2 minutes. And when it hits one, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get into this conversation. I hope I don't forget, or like I have the questions and whatever. I had 3 questions just in case I want to change my mind on what I wanted to ask her. And then when she popped up, and it's like full blown, I am like, I'm like, oh my God, it was just I was like a kid with a crush. That's how it
Yo,
looked. I mean,
I was there when she said, "Yo," when she said hello, Jose. I was like, "Yo, she talking to me?" Because we both have the same name. But I was like, "Oh shit, it's Joey." I was even scared. I was like, I got red and everything. Yo,
and it was funny. She said it. It's like I've never seen m- seen people say in their accents, in the British accent. Seen so many films with characters who had British accents, or actors or actresses with British accents, but never hear them say Jose.
That's true.
I can't remember. Even if probably have, but I can't remember because I don't think they would ever had a sort of Hispanic character with a British character.
You know,
Maybe, but it wouldn't be Jose. But when she said Jose, it was like, oh my God, I've never heard it like this before. Like I was like, yo, get with the video because I think you're gonna zone out just thinking about it. Oh my gosh, she said Jose. You know?
it's more like hello, Joseph. You know,
Yeah. And it
but
was
never
like,
Jose.
oh yeah.
That's so true. You pointed that out. Yeah, that's crazy. Yo, I don't know. We got to do more interviews with celebrities, especially like Doctor Who and like I hope Smallville. Oh my God, I am praying to find a Michael Rosenbaum or Tom
Oh
Welling
yeah.
interview one of these days because, son, inside of you, it like helps us mentally.
No, seriously, there's moments when I'm like down and out and there's an episode that I listen to and then it gets to the heart of the matter, like certain things that how certain episodes get deep and then I'm like, ooh, this kind of really hits hard, hits home and I start thinking about it about like dealing with anxiety or dealing sometimes not wanting to get up in the morning or like not dealing with certain things and trying to find a way to sort of like you know find your focus to get out of the situation. It gets sometimes I'm listening to the same episode over and over and over, and it still gets me through the day.
The one that really shocked me was Milano. What's her first name? Christina Milano? No. The one that's always in Regal movies, and it's right before. If you get there early, you get to see like previews of something. She talked about cancer. It was she had cancer. Nobody knew
Yes,
about
yes,
this.
I know who you're talking about. I forgot
Christina
her name.
Milano, or was it Maria Milano? Maria.
Menudos.
Menounos. There you go.
Yes, there you go.
Yes,
Yeah,
she like her backstory was like insane, and like I don't know, I just took that to heart. Like you never know when something like that can hit you, and just like, and you still have to work, and you can't tell everybody because everyone will be shocked, and you're just struggling, and you're the only person you could really tell is the person you're really close to, which is the one that you're spending your whole time with, which is your significant other. And you couldn't even she didn't even tell her parents until she went. Was it the day of surgery or the day before surgery? I don't remember, but I don't know. Just like listening to those types of stories, it's like uh it reassures you that everyone's a human.
yeah, and the thing is that sometimes when I hear those stories of people dealing with cancer or people losing people with cancer, like when I lost my mother with uh with cancer in 2005, like I know my perspective, but you know, listening to other people, you kind of understand what her perspective, the person's perspective. Like, you know, what am I gonna do? I am like in their situation. There's I'm gonna pass away. How is my children gonna deal with it, or things like that, depending on who the person with cancer is. You who has the cancer or who's dealing with the cancer. Like their perspective is how do they view certain things. So like hearing it from somebody that has dealt with cancer kind of lets you see from the other person's perspective of what they were dealing with when having it.
Right.
So it's kind of cool to hear it and that people actually kind of spread the word about their situation on how they were dealing with that and how their loved ones were dealing with it.
It's just I don't know. That podcast has just literally helped us so much, especially talking about superheroes' mental health and just like I don't know. It helps us in a therapeutic type of way.
Yeah.
Those podcasts are just amazing. Um, now moving on to something from sadness to something that we're all super excited for, anticipated for a while. Especially watching the show and wanting to know what happens next, and maybe a character, three characters right now that I have in mind that we might see in the near end. WandaVision. So this episode, no, we didn't even talk last week about this. The
No,
last.
so we didn't. No, so we're gonna have 2 episodes to talk about today.
Okay, okay,
Let's get to the first episode of that. The episode of last week.
okay. So episode of last week. Uh, you're gonna have to come. You're gonna have to refresh my mind because you watched it
Okay.
more.
The episode was mostly. It was kind of like Well, it was the homage to Family Ties when it starts up, and the funny part about that montage of all of them having being kids is Vision as a baby. But let's talk about that later. But it was pretty much the kids growing up at a rapid rate, um and it was kind of crazy because it was them trying to I guess Vision is kind of putting all the pieces together. He's figuring out that something's wrong and something's going on in this town. And so and Wanda is sort of like trying to like hide it from him, or try to make it seem like everything's okay, but it isn't. And Vision is starting to see, like that scene, which the scene where where he comes in and says, "Hey, wife," and then he's like, "Why so formal?" It's like, for some strange reason, I
What's
feel like
good,
somebody's gonna
Amethyst?
come through the
Or
door,
not Amethyst?
and then all of a sudden she comes in and
Athena,
says, "Right, yep,
Mystic
right through the
Apes.
door with the item that you know that we need for some reason, and actually, so it's having Vision know all these things now, and little by little piecing things together. He's starting to figure out he's trying to figure out who he is and what's going on.
Yeah.
And then
So
and outside of it, they're trying to figure out what's going on inside. So it's like now, with Darcy and Jimmy and Monica trying to figure out, and what's Hayward's plans for this whole situation is, it's what's going on in the inside.
so it's interesting why Vision doesn't like. Okay, so Wanda sees him, and in I think when they actually start telling what happens behind the scenes and who Monica Rambeau is and everything, uh, Wanda sees him for a split second, basically a walking dead Vision. So it answers the question: does he know his past? No, he doesn't. He just knows he's Vision. He has these powers. He's a synthetic android or a synthetic robot with a mind stone, and that he's in love with Wanda, and they're gonna have kids and whatnot. But he starts figuring out. He starts questioning everything, and so he has this touch of like touching a person's mind and basically making them aware of what's happening. And basically there's a hidden wall between their minds because Scarlet Witch has implemented a fake life in this reality town. Now,
Yeah.
somebody mentioned a theory, which is that they basically there's a character, a villain, has to do with nightmares. I forgot his name.
His name is Nightmare.
Oh, nightmares. Okay. He basically, it's not Mephisto, it's Nightmare. So it's not really Mephisto playing into Wanda's powers, but it's Nightmare. So he's in control of everything. The thing is, they're gender swapping him in the MCU and having it as a woman. And so when Vision is at his office and he touches the guy's head and he starts talking about, she's in my head, she's controlling everything, blah 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 blah, or she's behind everything. there's a possibility where it might not be Wanda. It's also a female version of Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, I
so
wouldn't
that's
be surprised if they gender swap that, or maybe she is a male and is just like throwing it, that female red herring kind of like. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because also they said that Nightmare might be in Doctor Strange, which
yeah.
might be the reason that they might connect the films together because of that major villain, and that major villain was already like sort of manipulating Wanda in this world.
Mhm.
Because if you see the episode that came in on Friday, when Pietro asks her how did she do all this, and it's very vague what she says.
She says she doesn't know, she doesn't remember, and I'm like, can that be into play of like somebody like this is actually behind somebody's idea? It's a whole plan. So then I was thinking, okay, so then Pietro comes into the show right at the end. Vision, they're having a discussion, they're having an argument, and then Wanda sits down. The doorbell rings. Vision says, "Is that you?" And she's like, "No, that's entirely not me. That can't be me." Two theories I have with that. A, her powers are going out of control, and she's bringing people back from the dead. Two, Mephisto or Nightmare being part of this, bringing somebody back from the dead, or just a recast. Now we find out in this episode, in the new episode, that Pietro, that because his what's the actor's name?
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters is Pietro, and they face swapped him. They recasted him. It that his significance as the actor playing Pietro is not because that Quicksilver is part of the X-Men. That's literally because they recasted him. But is it really? I forgot where I was going with this.
It would be so much easier if this was DC because it was like, oh, it's Wally West.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been easier, but it's so complicated, and I just want to know what made them think, what made them, because it could have been anyone to portray Pietro and make
Well,
it seem like, oh, that's his brother. We recast, but they got Evan Peters who played Quicksilver in the Fox
so is he
movie.
really, or did they mind? He has his body, but he doesn't have his mind from the X-Men. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know. It's crazy. I
Again,
mean,
Mephisto can play with anybody.
yeah. I mean, he even saw Evan Peters as the dead Evan Peters,
Mm-hmm.
the dead Pietro, not, you know, Aaron Taylor. What was his name? Aaron Taylor.
Aaron Taylor.
Something Aaron Taylor. She didn't see him. She saw this Pietro
Yeah.
getting shot and, zombie version, dead version of him. Just like she saw Vision. When he was reminding her of the past. That's when she saw it. Same thing that happened with Vision as well.
It's interesting how they're playing this out. I do love the little Easter egg that they gave.
It was a lot of Easter
A
eggs.
lot
That was
of
so
Easter
much
eggs.
fun.
So in the movie, so when they're coming out at the end, no, not when they're coming out. So after they're done trick or treating, Wanda and Quicksilver are walking out, and you see a theater behind them. Two things: Parent Trap and The Incredibles.
Yes, I had a long explanation with my girlfriend about this, and she couldn't get it.
So Parent Trap is because of the twins,
Yeah,
and The Incredibles is because a family of superheroes.
yeah.
That's it. That's all I can think of. Was
pretty
there
much,
another
yeah.
movie?
No, it was just those two movies, which kind of makes sense because one, they're both Disney,
Mhm.
and then two, they're like very specific because Parent Trap again, what about twins, which is Wanda and Pietro, and then Billy and Timothy, and then the Incredibles. They all have abilities. They're a family with abilities, so it's like that's pretty cool. I like
But
that.
I'm also reading into it. The Parent Trap. The parents are divorced, So does this mean that it ends up in divorce?
That is true. But the whole premise of Parent Trap was trying to get the two daughters trying to get mom and dad together.
So maybe they're the
Yeah.
pinnacle point, and then maybe they die at the end. I don't know.
And then they had the whole sort of Malcolm in the Middle feel to it.
Oh, I love
because-
that. I love the beginning. I
Yeah,
was like, this
when-
reminds me of Malcolm in the Middle and like a music video Sum 41 did.
Yeah.
Or was it Stacy's mom or something like that? Something
Yeah.
like-
And then the thing is, it's like when you see it, who's narrating? Is it
Jimmy?
I think is it Billy? Billy narrating?
Oh,
or
Billy.
Timothy. I
Tommy.
think it was I know one of them was narrating. I can't
It's Billy. It's Billy. It's Billy.
Yeah, he's narrating the story. So pretty much it's like, but when he's narrating it, he's saying about the relationship between mom and the dad.
Mm-hmm.
So when the Parent Trap thing happened, I could understand like them trying to sort of they're bringing things together. But the thing is that he's talking to us, but you can see Evan Peters actually look at him while he's talking to us towards the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, but it was pretty interesting. Like I've like Evan Peters, I guess, is the comic relief and sort of the one that's trying to put. I guess he was the way I see it when I was talking to my girl about it. When Wanda and Vision were having that argument at the end, that's when Evan Peters came out,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt like he's probably he was the comic relief and sort of like the distraction from trying to distract Vision and Wanda from getting into an even bigger fight. To try to not to split, so Vision wouldn't go and it wouldn't end in tragedy or something, or something bad would have happened because maybe Vision would have probably stormed out, flew out, or Wanda would have probably gotten a little crazy. So I felt like he was thrown in there as a distraction to keep Wanda at ease and Vision at ease, so she won't disturb, I guess, the person that's sort of kind of manipulating it. Let's say Nightmare or Mephisto, like sort of like, let's keep them busy. We can't let this sort of get destroyed. Maybe they're just expecting those two kids to grow up. I think those two kids might be significant because they don't belong there. And also, there's kids now. Where were they? Which is kind of scary if you think about it, because when Evan Peters' Quicksilver Pietro was like, where were the kids? Were they sleeping? Because there was no kids around. And then the kids pop up. So it was like, where were they? And that's kind of creepy because if they got sucked into Westview, where were these kids at? And which makes it even more kind of villainous in a way that if Wanda did this, this is straight like horror status, like
She's
what
she's
she's
just
doing.
Monica said it best. Like she needs help.
Yeah, she needs help, and everybody's those Jimmy and Darcy and Monica are all, optimistic. They want to help her out. They feel like there is a possibility to help her out, and maybe Monica saw something that it's probably it may be her, but but I don't think it's everything is her. I think
Well,
something is up.
wasn't it really crazy and fucked up about that director? The director of Sword saying, "It's because your mom died doesn't mean you get to, you don't understand what's going on just because your mom died, all right?"
Yeah, no,
Something
she
like
was
along
like,
the lines. And I was like, yo.
I think what was it? I'm glad that your mother, you weren't here. It was something. I know it was kind of like you really just like hit you hit a nerve with her. Like
You
it's just
fucked
so
up.
messed up.
You done goofed.
Ah,
He messed up, man. He messed up, and that wasn't nice. And now we realize that she's getting powers. She mentioned again that she knows a pilot. So listen. Here's my theories, man. A, Reed Richards.
ooh, that'll be great. But then I haven't heard anyone getting cast unless this is where they bring him.
Well,
You
see,
know?
here's the thing. What's his name? Who played Jim?
What?
Who played Jim?
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski did have a meeting with Disney.
I know, but it's just like if you're gonna even I heard even Emily Blunt had a meeting with Marvel.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It has to be them. Has to be them. Two, they're bringing people from the dead. Now we know oh my god, his name Quicksilver right now. Evan Peters already had something with Magneto. We see that with X-Men. What if their dad gets introduced because they brought people? They have kids. Might as well just bring the dad, the grandfather, Magneto. Right? That's two.
Yeah.
What was the third one? I forgot the third one. Give me a minute. Dude, what was the third one? I don't remember the third one. What did we talk about last time?
Well, I said that possibly Blue Marvel because he's
Oh,
also
Blue
the
Marvel.
same. He's also he's a aerospace engineer, and
Dude, that would
also
be. It will be insane if they bring Blue Marvel, but I don't think that they would.
and also they already cast Riri Williams, and she's also an aerospace engineer.
Riri.
So I wouldn't be surprised if she pops up. But I
But
don't know.
Monica said he,
That is true. So it could be either
Blue
Blue
Marvel
Marvel
or Mr.
or
Fantastic.
possibly, but nothing. But there hasn't been any talk on Blue Marvel yet.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and there has been a lot of talk with the possibility of with the Fantastic Four coming out, and then John Krasinski in talks of with Marvel, and Emily Blunt. So I don't know. I just if it better be John. You know, it's funny because when I was looking at some of the promo trailers, you see when sort of doing that Modern Family episode looking thing when Wanda's talking to the camera
Mm-hmm.
when she says, "Am I right?" or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, like, what if Vision is in the office and they have an office kind of theme,
Oh, that would be
and
in
then he looks at the
2000s.
cat, and then they do a camera view, like, and then Reed Richards in that episode, and this John Krasinski, like they throw a hint, like somehow. I was thinking about that. That'd be so cool, just to have like Vision be like he's on the computer, and then someone does something stupid, he'll go, you know.
Oh, so many theories, and also there was a scene with Vision and Agnes, and I was thinking because we think that she's the she's the sorcerer, she's an old sorcerer. When he touched her, she started to laugh, and in the caption it says laughing maniacally, can't I don't know how the fuck to say it.
Maniacal.
Maniacal. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what if like that's on purpose and she's actually behind everything, but she got trapped into Wanda's thing, but she's behind it of it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
She has to be part of the problem right now with Wanda in order for her plan to fully be operational.
Yeah.
And maybe she's working with somebody. I'm thinking she's working with somebody. You know. I mean, that's just a theory, but that's just a long shot. So many theories. I love this show. It's so good because it's giving you so many theories. It's like Mandalorian. Like, who's gonna help? Who's gonna be the Jedi?
Yeah.
Anticipating, and I don't know. I'm loving what's going on. I like the direction that they're going to. Now Darcy's getting pulled in. She might not have powers until everybody, because Monica didn't get powers instantly. She was pushed out, and then we find out she got powers. Just because you're in it doesn't mean you have powers.
Yeah.
But let's say something happens where the force field thing comes into collapse, and everybody that's outside, you know, basically comes out of the thing, and then their genes turn into, mutant like genes. It was unlocked.
You know how big that damn thing was? She probably took the entire jersey.
Dude, what if she goes crazy and she does it to the whole world, and then it comes back to one? That's how you bring the fucking. It's like a Terrigen Mist in the comics. She's the Terrigen Mist. It goes all over the world, and then somebody's like no, and like slow motion and like punches her or something like that, and it comes back to her. But you start seeing on the news like people are going crazy, people are turning into something.
Yeah, but wasn't the Terrigen Mist was for the Inhumans, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying like like she becomes like a Terrigen Mist in a sense. I'm just saying, but the Terrigen Mist was it went around the world. It it gave people inhuman powers, but it also killed off mutants.
Yeah, but that would only the the thing is about it is that it already happened in Agents of Shield.
Oh, it did.
Yeah,
Oh,
because some Inhumans came out and then they tried to do the Inhumans TV show, which wasn't successful. They did all the episodes, but didn't even go for a second season. I think they want to they want to restart that.
they
So
should have just done a movie with it. Whatever.
yeah, because they wanted. I kept hearing that Vin Diesel wanted to play Black Bolt, which I think I would have loved to see Vin Diesel play back Black Bolt. I mean, you can't really understand when he says I am Groot. It could be anybody who's saying I am Groot. Vin Diesel could play the role of Black Bolt. You know,
Facts. Yeah. There you go, bro.
yeah.
Um.
There's way too many theories in that. It's good that we have theories. That we haven't even had theories in a lot of the DC shows. And so it's great that these I guess they just write it well to have you speculate to see where is this leading, where is it going, what's going on, what's happening. So it's very good. It keeps me like I'm on the edge of my seat. Now I gotta wait till next Friday for a freaking episode. They're 30 minutes long. I can't, and I'm like losing my patience. It's like
Yeah.
the end of a TikTok video. So 1 minute, now I gotta go to the next one.
It's not fun waiting. I like what they're doing though. It's such
Yeah,
good writing. Good actors. I want to know who that person is going to be. I think it's Mr. Fantastic. It
oh
has to be
man, that
Mr.
would be great.
Fantastic. That'll be great. That'll be great.
All right,
Mm,
let's just get out of you know
maybe Logan.
daydreaming, and let's
Maybe Logan.
talk. Uh, oh,
He's-
imagine, but I don't know. He's gonna go in there shredding civilians, like do like she said, it's gonna be like Luke Skywalker in the Mandalorian. Said no, I that's a little too brutal. Those are
Imagine.
civilians. He ain't
Yeah.
gonna. Somebody's not gonna go in there and be like, "Rah!" I was watching. Speaking of Wolverine, I was watching the cartoons, the old '90s cartoons. It's still phenomenal to watch that show. It's like it's still so good. I was just watching it, and just Wolverine's voice was one of the best
Yeah.
voices. Cyclops had a great voice as well. Like
Beast
Gene,
also had a really good one too. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I remember his. Yeah,
yeah,
I was watching it a couple of months ago.
yeah. It's
Charles was
just
good. Magneto was good because he
I
was very
always wanted
cynical.
they should do a drinking game, like how many times these characters say something like Cyclops say Gene, Gene, or when Professor X starts screaming after he's inside the
Cerebral.
cerebral. I can't
Cerebral.
control it. Ah! Then he does that and he starts going crazy. He always did that scream, and that always cracked me up. Is why is he screaming like this? Like in the first episodes of the when I was watching it yesterday, I was thinking, like, when is he? He's getting cerebral, and I was like, I'm waiting for the scream. I'm waiting for him to go, no, can't. And then Gene Combs, Professor, and starts coming out of nowhere. And then there was a scene that Jubilee was having a conversation with Professor X about certain things about what they're trying to do, and all of a sudden Jubilee kisses him in the cheek, and then she walks away. Now I was like, I never seen Professor X get this much love. How old was I when I saw this? Like I can't remember. Like I can't remember these small little details. Now that I watch it, I'm really paying attention to the details, and then I start to see like how crazy certain things were. You know, like Wolverine wanted to get Sabretooth out of the mansion. And he kept telling him, like, yo, you're gonna have problems if he gets up, and no one wanted to listen to him. They said, oh, because he's we helped you out, why can't we help him out? And then all of a sudden Wolverine's like ready to start like going crazy on him, and just like the words and everything that he's been saying, and all these things, it's like I could understand him. He knows him a lot longer than all you guys. You can't trust him.
Uh, they, yeah, I miss the '90s. My '90s show. I
Yeah,
wonder. I want to rewatch the Spider-Man ones
oh yeah,
because he
I
always
just
Peter always narrated so good, and
yeah.
what he was feeling. I like what they did with that.
Yeah, I enjoyed though the '90s Spider-Man. My favorite episode is when he has the black suit and he's fighting Shocker, and he's at the church, and all of a sudden you see him screaming like, "I'm gonna get you, Shocker!" And he's like running to try to beat the crap out of him. It was just like he was just going nuts. Like he was straight. It was just like the way he was like suave, and just like his attitude was like, I was like, I like this Peter. Like when he had the black suit, it was phenomenal. I think I yeah. When they put it, I don't know. Do they have it on Disney? I didn't check.
I can check for you right now.
Because I know there's still a little bit of they still, since Sony owns the rights, we're
Mm.
not really getting anything on
Well,
that.
they're having talks with what's it called? Relooking at their contracts,
Yeah.
seeing what they want to put out, and all this crap.
Well, what they have said is they said that if
Yeah,
Sony decides it's there,
yeah.
oh, definitely need to watch.
Only season one though. Only
How many
one.
episodes was season one? It probably wasn't. Probably was one season, but every single episode.
65.
So it's probably every single episode. It wasn't in
Yeah,
seasons.
because I'm seeing Secret Wars on this too,
Oh yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
they
They
got
had like
Spider Wars.
the Fantastic Four was there. Doctor Doom. I remember those.
Yeah, my favorite was always Black Cat.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Felicia Hardy.
Black Cat. He was nice, you know. Nice.
And a name, it was just so. The name was Felicia Hardy. Felicia Hardy.
Alicia Hardy. All right, hold up. We're gonna start doing the We're gonna move into the Justice League Snyder Cut. Snyder.
It's not out yet though, is it? Is it? Did you put no?
Mm,
It's just a picture.
yeah, they're just pictures, but I want to look at the picture.
Yo, they're gonna have a 10-minute intermission.
Oh wow, really? The fuck does that mean?
It's 4 hours, but it's like a 10-minute intermission. I'm sorry, you need more than 10 minutes. 4 hour movie.
Mm-hmm.
Even Lord of the Rings didn't even have an intermission. But then again,
Mm-hmm.
it was 3 hours. You were able to see it. I think you could hold your urine for 3 hours.
So we got Granny Goodness in the background. Is
Yes.
amazing to see. Darkseid looks freaking beast. His face kind of looks weird, but I guess because he took a punch or something.
No, it's just I guess it's the shadow and the way it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Because
Um.
Snyder's lighting and shadow skills. Sometimes I feel like he needs to kind of fix that a little bit more. Everything's sort of like in
Too dark.
the shadow all the time, in the
Mm-hmm.
dark. So that's the only thing I needs to
Because
fix.
you're
But
having light in the background, but then
yeah.
you also have light in
but
his
he's
eyes.
but if you think about it, he's also trying to convey something, because this is, you could tell that this is the nightmare area, nightmare scenes. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think this is like the real life ones.
And then you
'Cause
have what's his name again?
I honestly, dude,
I don't know. Hold up, give me 1 second. All right. And then Jared Leto, bro.
I actually like him.
I mean, you look at his face and you look at everything. No tattoos. He looks more cynical. He has gloves on. He looks like he's about to do something that is going to terrify you and shock you.
Yeah.
His
It looks
smile's
like he's
more
wearing
crazy.
he was in a hospital doctor's outfit because he's wearing those gloves.
Do you think
And
this is
there's
before or after
well, they're saying nightmare.
Nightmare? It's a really good
Yeah, the
nightmare.
nightmare scene that, at some point when Batman has
So how long is the nightmare supposed to be?
I
Because the
don't know
nightmare
because
was kept for like a good 3 minutes of the thing.
yeah, you
Maybe
can't really
5.
recall that there was a lot of there was more nightmares in the Batman versus Superman. In the Justice League movie, there wasn't any.
Hmm.
I don't think Joss Whedon even wanted to add that.
No. It's just okay. That's small as hell. That's not helping. You're not helping, Google. You're not helping. But it looks so good, man. The pictures look amazing. Great detail on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
February 11th. So 3 days. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
The Omega sign. I mean, come on, man. You got that suit, man. Look at that suit.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted that black suit. I think they're gonna go with he's been restoring his powers. He's been taking off because listen, when right at the end of Zack Snyder, bro, Batman v Superman, you see the ground kind of and little pebbles like floating.
Yeah.
He's fucking alive.
Yeah. He probably will fix that
He's
scene
fucking
because
alive.
you can't throw that
And then
at the end of the film and then all of a sudden they decide to resurrect him. I feel like he was already alive.
he was already getting resurrected by the sun, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing, Joss?
I don't know. I
He didn't care. He didn't give a shit. He didn't care. And
right now
it shows.
and right now he's in deep water with a lot of people coming out about his abuse. So,
He's
so I
not.
don't know.
He's not
And
like.
he hasn't said a word at all.
Yeah.
So now Ray Fisher is sort of getting more backup now.
See what we got here. Nothing. Yeah, just nothing. Same thing. New trailer for February 14th. Yep.
Yeah,
So
Granny Goodness. That's what I wanted. To be honest, I wasn't expecting Granny Goodness, but knowing her that she's part of that whole apocalypse. She's with Dark Side, and she's in Apocalypse, and we've seen her maybe a few times in on the Justice League cartoon. She also appeared in Batman Superman cartoon a while back. So the fact that she's included in this, it
so
makes it
good.
even like it's like he knows his detail.
The
He
Young
just
Justice too.
yeah. So it was great to see that character there and be like, oh my god, he's throwing everything that he's got right now. Like he had to,
He
you know.
cares about DC and making Justice League a good movie.
Yeah.
And having those characters that maybe to the new fans won't care, but to the fans that are OG and grew up watching these heroes care. I like it.
Yeah.
I like.
I mean, look at that. From this view, we got Granny Goodness, we got Dark Side, we got a brand new Steppenwolf.
Yeah, I don't like his costume. Too
Also,
spiky.
there's dialogue from Martian Manhunter, so we're definitely gonna be seeing him.
Green Lantern
Before
stuff.
there was also talks about the deleted scene and the Green Lanterns were gonna pop up. And there hasn't been talk yet about that, so let's see. Then there's the Asian Adam. He's supposed to
Oh
appear.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and there's still probably 4-hour movie. There's still so much to discover in that damn film. So let's see what's gonna be in this trailer, which should be the last one because March
Next
should be the
month in
last
like
one.
what 2-3 weeks?
Yeah,
No, probably like a
no,
month because yeah, it's a month, basically a month.
yeah, that should be the last trailer. Should be like at least a good 5 minutes long. Hopefully, it's
No, I don't want it to be 5 minutes long because it's gonna give so
doesn't
much
matter. It's a
information.
4-hour movie.
It's
We
gonna give
deserve
out so much information. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't like too much spoilers.
Yeah.
With movies that are coming out now and you see the trailers, you're just like, okay, I just watched the whole movie. What's the point?
I think he should give us what he told us that's going to be in the film and what that's good because he said if he's telling us that Martian Manhunter has some dialogue and he's going to be in it, show us that. Like show us what you said I have in this film, and then there you could go and whatever.
What do you see the ending? Should be
I
end
mean,
credit scene. I like I want to see Superman meeting Shazam
imagine
at a
there was
diner.
the crazy thing is that there was no talk with that too, but then who knows?
The thing
But
is, who knows?
yeah. And then there was also talking about Shazam and the possibility Shazam 2 and the possibility of him appearing in there. And then they said no, they're not gonna have Superman. And I just dislike the way I think Warner Brothers does business with their
Yeah, they're executives, man. Executives don't know what they're doing.
yeah, they was like, no, we don't want to do this. Yes, we don't want to do this. No, I think we should leave that out. No, we can't give him that much money. Let's just remove this person completely. Oh, he choked a person. I don't think he should be there. And I don't know. I think as a producer, I think Kevin Feige is doing a hell of a good job with everything.
Marvel, yeah.
Yeah. You know that the crazy story. Do you ever heard the Paul Bethany story? The guy who plays the Vision about he thought he was gonna get fired.
Yeah. I heard the interview. Yeah.
Oh man, it was kind of it was kind of like heartbreaking. Like he was already saying goodbye. Nice working with you, and it was like, hey, what the hell's going on? Why are you leaving? Like it's so it was really cool that it was like we have more for you to do. It was pretty cool. Which that's why I can't. People said like, "Oh, Avengers: Age of Ultron, it didn't really give us anything. I mean, why that we should leave it out of it."
We got
And
a
a few
lot.
times we had a couple of friends saying that we should leave it out of it. I don't even know why it's there. Why it's whatever. But look at that. Without those two characters specifically that are in Age of Ultron, we wouldn't have WandaVision. We wouldn't be having this discussion, you know. And those two characters, it were, and having Scarlet Witch there, that had everybody thinking like that means we might just get mutants, you know? Even though Fox still had the license, but there was still a possibility,
There's
you know?
somebody that did a video and they checked the cast of WandaVision. Guess who popped up in the cast?
What?
James Spader.
Oh man, I would love to just hear his voice, like 'cause
You
he
miss
just comes
me?
out of nowhere. Even something like all of a sudden she creates him out of the blue, and he pops up with a whole bunch of them, and
That's how they could bring him back.
oh man,
I'd like to see that. Maybe as a robot, like a mini little robot.
or just coming out of nowhere talking to the civilians. You're all puppets.
That'd be cool.
Oh man, that would be amazing to see. Oh, did you see the Easter egg, the kick-ass Easter egg?
Yeah. Kick
I
ass
was like,
Easter egg. That's what
oh,
we're
they
gonna
did a
do.
kick-ass Easter egg. And I was
Also,
like,
when when Pietro says something about something about Vision dying, you see Wanda just do something to him, like
He said it's not like he could die twice.
Oh yeah, and then he
Yeah,
pushed,
and the funny thing is, it's like, yeah, he died twice. She killed him. Thanos brought him back. Then
and then
he ripped the stone off his head. Died twice. And uh, but this is the thing. If you think about it, everything Petro has said is stuff that she knows, like his death, um, him dying twice. You know, and that's the crazy part. That that's except the one thing that they said about when it's like, remember when we were going you know, Halloween, we had typhus. He was talking about his mom, and they went to Halloween. They had typhus, and then she was like, "I don't remember that." And and then he comes and says, "Probably because you're suppressing all that pain." You know, and I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little truth in all that. Like she's suppressing a lot. And I guess it's like slowly seeping out and is creating all this. And she has no idea. Like she's blacked out somewhere. What if she is?
Hmm.
Remember that scene in Young Justice? I know this is DC in Young Justice when McGann was in a sort of coma state as she's created a reality where everybody was getting killed, and it was almost like as if it was like real life. She was, Martian Manhunter was like saying she's powerful than me. Imagine that's what it is. Imagine she's like in a state where she's creating all this in a dream state.
yeah, I thought of that too.
But then who knows? Let's see. That would be crazy. Like somebody villainous is keeping it in there. I was thinking like, just like when we were talking about, oh, they maybe they did a swap of Nightmare being a female, and I was thinking, what character they never pulled out of the Thor mythos? Enchantress. There's one character that never appeared, and she was always like connected to Loki and always doing magic and all this type of stuff. Like I
Hmm.
wouldn't be surprised. It's like, why can't they pop her up and just make her like, you know, she could be like a villain, and she pops up, and she's like, you know,
I don't
being
know.
one.
Then you think of Mephisto, and it's like you can't bring back the dead, but you brought back Vision, but he's not really like a person. But you
Yeah,
can bring back Pietro. Mephisto
yeah.
just fits. What
Because the
else?
thing is that the way Mephisto works in the comics is like
And there's
when a
only one
character.
Mephisto. You do know that, right?
Yeah. The thing is, when Mephisto in the comics, when certain things happen, like what was it, Brand New Day with Spider-Man, or that he lost a lot of people, something happened, and he
Oh yeah,
freaking
yeah, yeah.
ended up signing the contract with Mephisto. I mean, even Ghost Rider dealt with this situation. He had to do biddings for Mephisto. So it's like the idea, that maybe at some point maybe she was at a low point and she had nothing, she just signed a contract and then probably erased the idea that Mephisto, she made a contract with Mephisto and just created this world, because even she's a little vague when she told Pietro what happened. It's like, I don't know. I just can't, don't know what happened. It's just this is what it is. That even she took Vision out of the freaking sword facility. Hmm.
I don't know. It's so many things, so many theories, so many questions we could tell. I mean, give. I mean, ask.
All of the above. All of the above.
Yeah. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, and so many tangents after that, an hour has gone by, and I think it is to make our exit.
It's funny when we were talking about tangents, and we were going through another tangent again. When we were talking about tangents, like when we were trying to create this podcast, we were thinking, yeah, let's just put everything on certain notebooks and like try to keep it, organized so we know what to talk, so we won't go crazy. And then I realized tangents are fun. Like if we could go like outer space, but we don't give a shit because we could just easily just come up with something like, "Hey, Enchantress, what are the possibilities?" Screw, and she hasn't been mentioned, and there's been like 10 years of freaking Marvel. This is like whatever, but I like tangents.
Oh, I also like the color themes that they put on the kids because they actually,
They had the outfits.
yeah.
Yeah. And the what made me laugh is when Quicksilver came back with the hair all like.
That was just making fun of the comic because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
and it
so
was so
ridiculous.
ridiculous. Then it just seen it, it's like, yeah, that's just silly as hell. That is funny. Even the boy had it like.
Yeah, that was funny. I love
Yeah,
that.
but it was more like 1990s Wolverine
Yeah,
haircut, and not like
yeah.
Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, let's say our good nights with these people, and
All right,
hope we
boys,
return next week.
girls, children of all ages. It was a pleasure. We had fun doing this one. We'll try not to make it. We'll try not to miss a week. Been really busy with work, and then I decided to leave the job, so I'm unemployed for the time
Oh,
being.
well, I mean, a lot of us are still dealing with unemployment, but yeah.
I just couldn't stay at the job because it was just mentally messing me up, and I didn't want to revisit those demons again, so I decided to leave. But I will definitely start doing more videos. We have hit over 10.2k followers on TikTok, so thank you so much if you're following, loving, and just enjoying the content we're putting out. Slowly putting out because I'm just coming back to the TikTok world again. But we've been doing good on the new episodes. Well, after I've left my job and I've been on point with timing, putting out the episode TikToks. We've been getting good views. So I think that's my schedule. Like I would have to have a mid schedule day to work instead of going early in the morning because where I was working at, I couldn't even be on my phone. I literally had to leave my phone in the locker to go inside the facility. So, yeah, or leave the job to Joey one day. But I like today. Today was fun. Today was a great podcast. I like today's podcast.
Yeah.
Joey, would
Felt
you like
fresh.
to say
It felt fresh. Felt like we just came in like we knew what we had to talk about. It's a lot of good news.
And more news to come next week.
Yeah, because we're gonna be talking about that trailer,
and we're gonna be talking about WandaVision.
Yeah,
and I wonder when the games are gonna come out. The Gotham Knights and Arkham Knights or whatever the hell it's called.
No talks yet.
And Suicide Squad game.
Yeah, no talks yet. I haven't seen anything on the dates for that, and I've been like very aware of what's coming out. Not even new trailers.
No. So till then, Joey, would you like to say your goodbyes and our exit?
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Okay, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You'll see it down below. I think our stuff is there. Our stuff is there. I'm on the manager.
Just do this or that, just
and
in
down
case,
there. But also, yeah, just like, comment, subscribe because this is also going to YouTube. Probably cut this out right before the podcast, but it doesn't matter. All right, have a good one, guys. See you then. I'm looking away because I'm trying to find where the end screen is. And goodbye.